In Brisbane, Customs and Border Protection officers are x-raying the luggage of a female passenger after her erratic behaviour at the primary line attracted attention.
Hey, where's my bag? Oi! Come over here.
We've got a passenger from New Zealand today. She's been referred to us because she's obviously intoxicated, so we're going to have a quick look through her bags and just make sure that everything's above board. And how long
Oh, yeah.
How long are you in Australia for today?
A week, 2 weeks. My daughter lives here.
Oh, okay.
And my son-in-law. And my other daughter.
All right. Is this all of your baggage?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
If it's got drugs in it, the dog over there, the little pussycat dog over there would have sniffed it.
Yeah, okay.
Is that all right?
Now, what did you get up to last night?
I wish.
Hey?
Oh, I slept with my boyfriend, that's it. Told him to fuck off. And the rest, had a fight.
Had a fight? Have a few drinks?
Had a sleep.
Have a few drinks?
More than that.
Yeah?
Had a kiss. Had a cuddle. And the rest.
Right. Too much detail.
Why you ask?
So when did you have your last drink?
Last year.
Last year?
Yeah.
Yeah? Was it last night? Or last year?
Stop being nosy. What are you?
Job.
Stop it.
Now see this swab?
I know what that is,
You know
man.
what that is?
I've seen you dudes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so do you reckon
It's
it's
only
going to
got
come back?
tobacco.
Do you reckon it's going to come back positive?
See, you guys are trying to give me a conviction. I'm telling you now.
Do you reckon it's
Ever
gonna...
since I stepped off that plane, the Virgin Mary plane, through those doors, it started.
Okay, listen.
And it's not ending.
Okay. Do you reckon this is going to come back positive? Do you know what it's for?
Kiss it.
I'm not kissing it.
Blow into the bag. Find out.
It's not for alcohol, it's for drugs.
I know that. I'm not stupid.
All right.
Look at this. Nothing. Nothing.
Okay.
Officer Anne tests the swab of the passenger's wallet to help identify if she's been in contact with any illegal substances.
Stir it up, little darling.
Australia's Border Protection Command protects 1.4 million square nautical miles of Australia's maritime environment. Crews from Customs and Border Protection and Defence have always been on patrol to stop illegal boats poaching fish within these waters that cover almost 10% of the world's surface.
This is on my court, please! This is Australian warship! You should stop and heave to! I'm going to board you!
Due to an increase in funding and resources for detection and apprehension, illegal foreign fishing has been reduced by 91%. However, these old run-down and leaky boats are now used for the far more sinister trade of human trafficking.
Green 60.
Today, the Australian customs vessel Roebuck Bay is on patrol to spot any potential asylum seeker vessels, and they will still check any other boats for any signs of illegal fishing.
The patrol we're doing is going out to the west of Darwin. We're going out to the MOU area, which is an agreement we have with Indonesia. Traditional style fishing vessels are allowed in there. We're going to conduct boardings on those vessels and make sure that they're complying with the agreement.
The crew will check that boats are not using any commercial techniques.
Hey Brad, we've got a couple of contacts out here. Green 60.
Okay, Scotty, if you want to hold a course, direct for the Type 2s.
Coming around 240.
The boarding crew are on the highest alert and need to be prepared to react to any unexpected situation.
Biggest bag.
Today, in Brisbane, 2 women returning from Vietnam have arrived with some large boxes that need to be inspected.
So what have we got in this box? What do we have? We've got fish in here.
But it's something else hiding inside that gives Officer Stephen a nasty surprise.
Whoa! We got some ants here. Look,
It's not just some ants, but an entire colony.
they seem to be nesting. There's probably a queen in there somewhere.
There are many foreign ant species that pose a major biosecurity threat.
Well, we're not sure what sort of ants they are. These could be exotic ants. We mightn't have these in Australia. We've had an incursion of fire ants recently. It's not good. Obviously, they're attracted to the fish So we'll get a sample of these off to the entomologist straight away. How long has this fish been in this box for?
1 week.
1 week. You didn't notice all the ants on the box when you come here to Australia?
Oh, no.
No?
The Australian custom vessel's boarding crew has begun checking a number of traditional boats, fishing at the Ashmore Reef National Nature Reserve.
I've been coming down to these areas for a couple of 100 years. So there's an agreement with the Indonesian government that they can continue coming down under traditional methods.
But the fishermen are restricted and can only catch reef fish and sharks.
They're allowed to have shark fin in this area. Same with the tree pang and whatever reef fish they can catch. Quite often the fin will just be removed and they don't keep all the flesh. Quite often the sharks are returned alive back to the water, which isn't very good. In areas like this in the past there's been a lot of overfishing of shark fin, and subsequently they don't get too many these days. It's only protected species such as turtles and dolphins that they're not allowed to take.
The captain's logs are checked and the officers make sure the boats carry navigational equipment. The quantity of fish caught is also checked, plus the state of their vessel.
Wouldn't pass the Australian safety standards for a vessel to go to sea, that's for sure. There's no life jackets, no electric bilges. Their idea of a seaworthy boat's a little bit different to ours.
As the crew returns to Roebuck Bay, 100 nautical miles to the southeast, a Customs and Border Protection surveillance plane has just spotted a boat, and it may be up to something far more sinister than illegal fishing.
Stir it up, little darling.
Customs and Border Protection officers are dealing with an intoxicated passenger arriving from New Zealand. A swab test taken of her wallet to check if she's been in contact with any illegal substances proves negative.
You just don't know if that kind of behaviour is because she has had a little bit too much to drink on the plane, or if it's because she perhaps has something to hide, or she's nervous, or because people react differently. So, yeah, we're just going to have a bit of a further look and see what she's got in her bags.
We just finished searching your bag.
Yeah. We're just going to pull a man out of there soon, the way you're going.
Wow.
Hell.
You'd have to be a small
Be
man.
quick. Stir it up, little darling.
You like Bob Marley?
No, that's my name.
That's your name?
I put up with it, Marley. But Marie, to the system. Only the sisters and the bros are allowed to call me Marley.
And so I've taken an iron scan. The iron scan's come back negative. So obviously drink is the only thing involved. I was just wanting to see, was she taking any other social substances? And we're happy, so we'll just let her go and meet her family.
I can't wait. I want a beer.
You want a beer? You just told me you hadn't drunk for a year. Hey?
I was bullshitting like you do. You don't tell me the truth, I'm not telling you the truth.
Always tell the truth.
The bros are going to see this, I'm telling you. The bros and the sissies back in New Zealand. What the hell's Marley drinking H2O? Wrong buzz.
All right, no worries. Thank
you.
for your
Now
time,
what?
Marley. Hold
Hey?
this.
Yeah.
I want you to go that way, turn left,
Okay.
head out there and find your family.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Laters. See you in New Zealand. Pour home. See ya.
A Customs and Border Protection surveillance plane has just spotted a boat that looks to be filled with people and will require further investigation. The flight crew contact the closest Australian Border Protection vessel, the Corio Bay.
Upon approaching the vessel, we determined that there were a large number of people gathered on the foredeck, and subsequently we went on to conduct a boarding.
The greeting we received as we were boarding the boat was very, very positive. They were extremely happy to see us. Of the 58 people that were on board, a few of them were suffering a little bit of seasickness. A lot of them were suffering from sunburn, as they'd been on the boat for 10 days. With the number of people that were on board, it was in a fairly unstable sort of state, and the engine itself was giving us grief all the way in. It broke down or stopped several times. And throughout the entire time that we were on board the boat, we had a bilge pump operating, keeping the hull as dry as possible.
The Roebuck Bay arrives at the scene, where the passengers and crew of the vessel have been transferred to the HMAS Maryborough.
This morning we've just arrived at Scott Reef. We have the Armidale class patrol boat Maryborough at anchor with the legal entrant vessel alongside. We're going to do a handover with our other customs vessel, the Corio Bay, and they'll depart for Darwin.
People smugglers use these old, leaking and broken down fishing vessels to make this one-way journey. And the more bodies they manage to cram on board, the more money they earn. And it makes no difference to them if the human cargo makes it to Australia or not.
Apparently the vessel is not in a very good seaworthy condition, so I believe they have pumps on board managing the bilges. And as long as the vessel stays afloat, we'll take care of the vessel on the end and possibly destroy that vessel.
However, the onboard bilge pumps cannot keep up with the incoming water. And now there's the chance the boat may sink and damage the delicate reef.
Big pile of them here in this corner, in this little hollow. Almost look like they're nesting in there.
In Brisbane, Biosecurity Officer Stephen has discovered a huge colony of ants living inside a box of seafood from Vietnam.
They're obviously attracted to that fish, so...
And now a few need to be captured to check if they pose a dangerous threat to our environment.
So I believe the entomologists need, I think, a worker or a queen to actually identify the colony. We've got ants in here as well, so we're going to have to destroy all this fish. You won't be able to bring it in unless you want to get it fumigated.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you want to eat food stuff that's been fumigated. So we need to conceal all this up, okay?
The fish is sent away to be destroyed, and to stop any ants that have escaped, the whole bench area will need to be sprayed.
This is an acid knockdown spray. Should kill anything that's got out of that box. We've got hundreds of ants over the bench here still.
There are a few more boxes belonging to the women that need to be checked out.
Just some organic matter through the middle of the package there.
But when the box is opened, officers discover the contents do not pose a biosecurity risk.
Nah, that's cosmetics.
But these packets could contain a potentially illegal concealment.
People have been concealing amphetamines in face mask containers, so being from Vietnam, but we'll get customs over to have a look at this, maybe do some swabs.
Officers from Customs and Border Protection arrive and agree that the packages need to be investigated further.
I want to open one of these. I'm going to open one of these to inspect the contents, all right?
The first thing to do is to conduct a narcotic swab test. And the result is positive to traces of cocaine. Australian authorities have rescued 56 passengers and 2 crew members from a sinking vessel that attempted to cross from Indonesia to Australia. Back at Scott Reef, the Royal Australian Navy vessel HMAS Maryborough has handed the stricken asylum seeker boat over to the ACV, Roebuck Bay.
At the moment we're going to put a party on board. We've got a small emergency pump and they're going to hook that up into the bilge. Once that's completed, we'll go back in a couple of hours and assess the water intake rate and make sure it doesn't sink off our stern overnight.
As we got on the boat, we could see that the water was coming in at a rate of knots. We had a quick search of the vessel and found the pumps were getting clogged up. So we had to climb down into the bilge and the water was about 80 centimetres deep and putrid. And so we were wading around in there, armpit deep, just to keep on top of it, because we didn't want this boat sinking in this pristine reef area or becoming a navigation hazard.
The boat is now ready for towing, but it is taking on water too fast and needs to be moved away from the reef. So it's now a race against time. Responding to an alert from biosecurity officers, Customs and Border Protection have just tested a beauty product and it has returned a positive result.
We've got a reading for cocaine, so we'll probably do a number of tests, and then we'll have a look inside.
The packet is one of hundreds inside a large box that 2 women have brought back from Vietnam.
Who do these belong to? Do they belong to you or you? Both of you? Okay.
While they figure out who owns the products, the decision is made to open up the packets and reveal exactly what is inside.
There's another sealed packet. Blue powder. We'll have a look at the other one and see how it works. Got it? Yeah, some sort of cream. Okay.
A second swab test of the beauty products proves negative, and officers are now satisfied there are no concealments.
Make sure there's no ants in your fish next time, okay? Yeah, very important. Thank you.
Melbourne's mail centre, thousands of incoming items are inspected daily by Customs and Border Protection.
We look for anomalies, things that might be out of place, things that might not be what you'd expect to see in a parcel.
To avoid detection, criminals often attempt to conceal narcotics in everyday goods.
Most of it looks like it's clothes, but there's 2 lumps in the middle.
Yeah, it looks like there's some packaging inside, something.
Yeah.
So it's very similar to the one I got about 10 minutes ago that I've put aside.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I'll bring it up.
A similar box, also from China, has been X-rayed, and it's not just the images which look suspiciously alike.
The handwriting is very similar, and it looks as though they've come from the same place as well. I would say it's getting more suspicious by the minute.
The boxes are opened by Australia Post, so the contents can be inspected.
They would appear to be men's clothing. However, here we have got a lovely pair of women's shoes. We have had several narcotic detections concealed in things like shoes. There is quite a high platform on here, so I think it might be worth x-raying this. You can see quite clearly the sole of the shoe and the buckles, and then there's something concealed through the middle of it.
In a secure testing room, Officer Hannah will now deconstruct the shoes.
It actually feels hollow through the centre. Oh, look at that.
56 passengers and 2 crew members have been rescued from an old fishing vessel that is sinking fast off Ashmore Reef. The stricken boat is now being towed out to sea by the ACV Roebuck Bay.
Due to the unsanitary conditions in the bilge, which our officers were working in, and also the difficulty of maintaining the water level, the decision was made to take the vessel out to sea and destroy it so it wouldn't sink off our stern, and also then create a hazard to navigation.
The plan is to destroy the sinking vessel by burning it.
The reason we choose the destruction of the vessel by fire is that the vessel presents quarantine risk to Australia. A large number of the boats the timbers have a lot of borers which are infested in the hull, so if it makes a landfall to Australia, it will introduce the pest. We also encounter a large number of cockroaches, and some have rats, so the method of burning is the safest means of disposal of the vessel for us.
It will take over 3 hours for the boat to completely sink.
Oh, look at that.
At Melbourne's mail centre, Customs and Border Protection Officer Hannah has just discovered a concealment in a pair of shoes from China.
For some reason, people that are importing drugs, narcotics, tend to think that carbon paper blocks an X-ray image. It doesn't, and I think we've just seen the proof of that.
For safety, the suspicious item is opened in a fume hood.
If you don't know what it is, it's always best to open it where it's away from your face. It's white crystals. I suspect it's methamphetamine or ice, and you can see how it gets its name from the ice-like appearance. I'll test it and make sure that it is what we suspect it is. So if there is methamphetamine in here, we'll expect to see a colour change. Generally, we'll see a blue. It's gone very blue very quickly, which indicates the presence of methamphetamine.
Both boxes contain the same style of shoe with identical drug concealments.
Our street value, it goes into the hundreds of thousands of dollars for this sort of amount. It does mean that we've had quite a significant seizure today.